Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I am Sir Worldwide, and I want to thank all my loyal subscribers. Right now, I don't usually get into the political arena. I don't like to talk about that too much, but I think I need to say something here because we got an election coming up, and there's been some terrible things going on lately in that arena. For instance, maybe you guys don't remember 3.5 years ago when a very popular entertainer, Kanye West or Kanye Kardashian, went to the White House and embraced the current president, right? Let everybody know that he's definitely for this man, who's turned out to be a racist. And I could go on, but this ain't the political thing. But what I'm trying to say right now is we got to get the vote out. Right? You got to come out and vote. There's only 3.5 months left for this to happen, right? To elect the president. Whether you like Donald Trump or Joe Biden, doesn't matter. You got to get out here and you got to vote, right? But all the people that are going to vote for Kanye West must realize that a vote for him is a vote for Donald Trump. Because if you don't vote for the Democratic front runner, then you're voting for Donald Trump, okay? So, and if you don't vote, that is another vote for Donald Trump. I'm just trying to wake up the young people because I like Kanye's music, some of it, most of it. But for him to run for an election, he has no international protocol. So many things I say he don't have. But wake up and realize that we got to get out there and vote. I'm just saying.
Hey there. Welcome to Sir Worldwide.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, Kanye, huh?
Kanye.
Well, I really am still, the jury is out for me because I don't usually go with the general public. Yeah, so I'm still thinking about it because I remember he announced it back in maybe 2015 or 2016 that he was going to run for president.
Yeah.
And when I heard him at that time, I thought, very interesting, very interesting. I wonder how he's going to pull that off, even now with 3 months. How is he going to pull that off to where people will actually vote for him? So I'm not going to say that I don't care that he's running. I'm glad that he has the courage to do it.
Right. Well, everybody has a courage. Hey, I would do it if I could, if I had the political savvy to know how. But I think that his decision is just going to be a vote splitter, and I'd like to see it just be a two-man contest, head-to-head, Biden versus Trump, and let's let the best man win. And that's all I can say about it. But Kanye, and he does have his fans around the world. He does have his Q rating. He has his notoriety vis-a-vis his wife, Kim Kardashian, and then the whole Kardashian clan. Okay, maybe they can pull the money and the numbers together so they can definitely have a good campaign run. But other than that, like
that's interesting.
It's said, a vote for Kanye is a vote for Trump.
I'm not interested in either Trump or what's the other dude?
Biden.
I could care less. Either one of them.
But you
so we're gonna
go to vote.
We're gonna change the subject. Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna change the subject.
I'm done with politics.
Kanye. Yeah, exactly.
I'm done with politics. One thing that I wanted to mention today is about COVID-19 and about some of the benefits that has occurred because of the pandemic.
Right.
So I had done some research on this staying at home has created and all the loss of jobs and everything.
Right.
Us staying at home has improved the planet Earth, actually.
Right. Yeah,
many people
definitely
have probably heard about that.
Yeah.
It has improved the land and the water. For example, and the air.
Yeah.
Because what it was, nitrogen dioxide or something like carbon dioxide, whatever it is, that was the emissions.
Right.
So because there are not a lot of more cars and boats and trains and buses and planes, the air is clearer, and that improves everybody's health.
Right, definitely.
And in addition to the cleaner air, and improves the respiratory system, it gives us a fighting chance against this virus.
Right, definitely.
Plus, now everybody's more aware of washing their hands.
Yeah.
And because people can be nasty.
Oh.
I've always been a hand washer, and I always look at people funny if they leave the bathroom without washing their hands.
Yeah.
So, but now because it's become mandatory, and people have a renewed respect for just hand washing,
Right, exactly.
everything is much better. And without all the noise,
Right, exactly.
people's stress level can be better now,
Right.
because of the fewer airplanes, the fewer cars and trains,
Right.
the
Less traffic.
less traffic. The decibels of hearing, the threshold for human hearing is like 120 decibels.
Right.
But and usually traffic is like 90 decibels, and
Yeah.
all the noise pollution is 90 decibels.
Right.
But it's down to 68 decibels, which
Oh.
is the sound of speech,
Streets.
of regular
Okay.
conversation.
Well, that's good. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, so this COVID-19 has really improved everything.
Yeah, well, it's given us a lot of people a chance to have an introspective look at themselves, and
Yes.
definitely, I know that I've improved in all of my skills and crafts and everything. As far as my personal and physical self, more exercise, more good eating, more good
Yeah.
food.
Yeah. Cooking more, staying home cooking more.
Right, exactly. Hey, you'd be surprised how much money you save from staying at home to cook your own meal if you can cook. Okay.
Yeah.
You can go to YouTube and pull up anything that
Oh
you
my
want to
God,
eat, and they'll
yes.
show you step by step, tell you what to buy, all the ingredients, and so therefore, yeah, this is kind of a good thing.
Yeah.
But let me go on the dark side of COVID-19. COVID-19 is a man-made virus. Okay, you can go to the U.S. Patent Office, and it was patented, say somewhere about 2014 or 15 by Bill Gates, and I will give you the patent number.
Wow.
For the COVID-19. It's called
What?
Coronavirus U.S. Patent 101-30701.
Amazing.
So you can look that up, and
Wow.
I've always had my doubts about how it came about. One minute they say it comes from bats. I've never heard anywhere around the world, nobody has a recipe for bat soup or bat fried.
You
bat.
do have exotic taste buds out there, because
Yeah.
some people, they will pay for monkeys to be
Okay,
eaten,
okay,
and
monkeys.
for all kinds of exotic snakes and stuff like
Okay,
that. Some
snakes.
people do that.
Right.
As a matter of fact, there was the TV show that comes on Sunday night, 60 Minutes
60
episode,
Minutes, yeah.
showing how the Chinese community would capture different animals from all over the world
Oh, right.
for these exotic pallets.
It's called. There was the Emperor's Feast back in the dynasty, the dynastic periods of China, and there would be a grand. They would go get bear. They would get everything,
Wow.
and it would be like a month-long feast, and they'd have all the finest chefs, and so. But I never heard of them getting a bat.
Yes, or getting a virus from these exotic
Exactly.
taste buds.
Right.
But they were saying in the 60 Minutes episode that it was because the mixture of all these different animals. However, Leonard Horowitz, he's really big on promoting love. So
Right.
Leonard Horowitz also is a big whistleblower when it comes to the vaccine situation and how these vaccines are poisonous and not good for
Right,
people.
exactly.
But he did this program called Predictive Programming,
Mm-hmm.
and he showed footage of how the coronavirus was being discussed back in October.
Right.
It was being discussed, and they were making plans on how they were going to introduce it to the public.
Well-
and he showed evidence from probably from the same patent that you got information
Right.
from.
Okay, what I want to share with you, Bill Gates, you can go on YouTube right now, and in 2015, he did a seminar speaking about the possibility of this occurring. And he said that there'll be one particular viral strain that will be so devastating to humankind and human life that
Wow.
but he already has the cure for the patented
has it.
virus.
What's the date on that patent?
It's around 2014.
Interesting.
And then he did the seminar in 2015 introducing us, and then when it got to 2019, that's when they gave it worldwide exposure, and and so here we are
crazy.
today. And
but isn't it interesting this week too that President Trump said that he was going to withdraw all funding from WHO? The World Health Organization, and the United States is the #1 donor, but the second donor is Bill Gates.
Right, exactly.
To the WHO.
Exactly.
So I thought that was an interesting development.
Well, the Bill Gates money was granted to him from Warren Buffett. So now
that's real estate.
You have to follow the money, and then you'll see what's going on, because maybe Bill Gates had more information on how to do worldwide testing, and once he gave him that money, they went straight to Africa for testing. So but I'm gonna just share this with you. HIV has a patent. SARS has a patent. Ebola has a patent.
Now coronavirus.
H1N1 has all of them have patents.
Mad scientists.
So why do these
mad scientists
these viruses have patents?
Right.
So apparently so
they're not natural in nature.
Yeah, they're not natural occurring. So
how do we defend ourselves against this now that the air is a little bit more clearer, and actually we can actually think more clearer if we have a good attitude? So what are some prevention methods for avoiding attracting the virus altogether?
Well, you can make sure your immune system is tip top. Make sure your intake of vitamin, minerals, and everything that enforces the body take probiotics, because pro means for life.
I do my kombucha.
Yeah, I do kombucha too every day. And watch out for antibiotics.
Against life.
Against life. So you have to start thinking, you have to do your investigation, you have to search out what you need to do to maintain yourself. Okay, we're not masked up, but whatever they would suggest to you, but always take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not
but
absolute.
They're saying it's not easy to catch outside.
Right.
Unless you're in a confined area for a long period of time.
With a large number of people.
Well, they're saying it's easier to catch inside than it is outside, because the air is kind of going to take it away. So that's why they opened up the beaches the very next day.
Right.
Once they had that finding. But there's a lot of great findings on the internet now about COVID-19, how to protect yourself, how to build your immune system. A lot of people are really talking about just how to take care of yourself.
Right.
But that's something that they're not talking about on the news. All they're giving us is like the death toll and how many people are catching it. They're not really interviewing the survivors and people who overcame it because they changed their diet, or they built their immune system, or what they did right. Whatever it is they did right, it needs to be talked about, how they overcame it, and what are people doing to prevent from getting it too.
Right.
Because prevention is the best medicine. Intervention, I hate intervention.
Right.
If we can do prevention, that would be really great.
Yeah, so we have to keep, stay vigilant, seek the best information. Not all scientists and doctors have the right information.
They really don't.
Okay, the other thing is they say that it doesn't really survive being an airborne virus. It has a limited lifespan. Okay, on solid surfaces, yes. Okay, they also say
hand washing
that
comes in then.
they also say that it's like the flu, and it will go away. And I heard an interview with Tom Hanks the other day, and they were talking about
he had it.
He had it, and he says so through their quarantine, they definitely produced their internal antibodies to fight off COVID-19. So it's not a death sentence.
It's not an automatic death
They're
sentence.
actually hyping it for more than what it's worth, and they've created the fear factor.
Right.
So don't be afraid of it.
Right.
Seek it out, investigate it, and you decide for yourself, and you take the preventative measures to make sure that you do what you do to make sure you keep yourself and your internal mechanisms, such as your immune system, that can fight off this virus, and it will dissipate and go away. Because you got to remember, they haven't cured AIDS, they haven't even cured the common cold.
We all adapt.
Right, exactly.
We don't confine ourselves from serious diseases. Well, it was good that we did it so that they can do all the research and figure out what does work and what
Right.
does not work, gave them a chance to get more testing done and everything. So being confined for a while for the 3 months, it was necessary, but I don't think we need to do it again. I think what we do need to do is let people come out and test your immune system.
Right.
You know, I hope I don't, kick myself for saying that. But I think people need to get out and test their immune system. First, work on their immune system.
Right.
And then get yourself out there so that you can see if you can adapt.
Right.
So that's just my opinion.
Okay,
of course.
what I want to share
I'm not
with
a professional.
you is that, okay, I'm not a professional either, but as much testing as they've done, and as brilliant as this country's supposed to be, and we're supposed to have the best and the brightest minds, how come you guys haven't come up with a conclusion on what this is, how to combat it, and how to move forward so we don't have to be under this whole atmosphere of fear?
How to combat it naturally,
Right.
because it's a natural way of doing everything. Everything in the earth was designed to heal us. So
Right.
they're not telling people what herbs to take, how to do the prevention. That's
Right.
not blasted on the news every night.
No, it's
So,
not. It's
but the
just-
thing is it goes back to my favorite book, Think and Grow Rich,
Right.
And how they would promote fear. So
Right.
that's one of the 6 demons that we all have to overcome, is the fear of death. So if we can overcome some of those 6 ghosts of fear that's mentioned in Think and Grow Rich, we'll be fine.
Well, we will overcome, and this too shall pass.
Yes, it will.
So, another good time to share information with you here at Sir Worldwide.
All right. Peace out.
Well, as I've said in the past, these are big shoes for me to fill. These guys they hit grand slam home run. They don't hit home run. They hit grand slam home runs. Okay, now I got to follow that. Well, I'm gonna start where they left off. Right? It's like the immune system. Okay. Now, first of all, I make aloe vera. Go to Sir Worldwide, look at aloe vera. Well, you can drink it. Can't drink a lot of it. It's too powerful. But start with aloe vera, right? Because it will make your immune system rock solid. Add B12. Add vitamin C. Add turmeric. Put turmeric on all the foods you eat. There's no inflammation in the body using turmeric, right? You got to get these things in your body. You got to get zinc in there. Put those things, get your immune system like it need to be, all right? If I left something out, holler at me. I'll tell you what else you might need to do, okay? And stay happy. Do that. Stay happy with your family. Give them love, okay? All right, now we're going to the history part of Sir Worldwide's delivery here, right? And this is for everybody. This ain't for black people, because we know Black Lives Matter now. I didn't mean to leave that out. Black lives matter, but all lives matter. Don't get it twisted. All right, so here we go. We're gonna talk about something that happened in 1879, okay? Joseph Cinque. You guys don't know who Joseph Cinque is? Look him up. And I'm gonna do what their leader does. He read everything, all right? So I'm gonna read a little bit here for you to understand about Joseph Cinque. He was a West African man who led a revolt of many Africans on a slave ship, La Amistad. After the ship was taken into custody by the United States Revenue Cutter Service, Cinque and his fellow Africans were eventually tried for mutiny and killing officers on the ship. In a case known as United States versus the Amistad, this reached the U.S. Supreme Court, where Cinque and his fellow Africans were found to have rightfully defended themselves from being enslaved through the illegal Atlantic slave trade and were released. Americans helped raise money for the return of 35 of the survivors to Sierra Leone. I had a cousin who lived there. Her and her husband were nurses. They lived in Sierra Leone a long time. Anyway, Cinque was born in 1814 in what is now Sierra Leone. Now it's a lot here on Cinque, but I'm not going to read all this. They should know that they tried to trick him. They were steering the ship back to West Africa, and at nighttime they got the navigator to turn the ship around and head towards America. I leave you right there, because he didn't die. His last known address was in Jamaica, and he's a family man. He had 3 children. Look up Joseph Cinque and subscribe to Sir Worldwide. I'm gonna keep bringing these giants to the channel here. They're gonna keep coming. Aloha.